Welcome back to another diary video. We're going to be cleaning the Audi today. As you know, I've had it quite a while now and I've never sort of detailed it. I've just cleaned it. There's tons of brake dust on the wheels, which I've never really done. In fact, I'll show you the wheels. They're not even worth doing anymore. I've got lots of cars, as you know, and my curb out the front is quite high, and this is the first car I've had where the alloy meets the curb before the tyre does, and every time I pull up I curb the wheel. I mean, I've never intentionally ever curbed any wheels in my life on any of my cars, but this car is atrocious for it, and I just keep doing it every time. I've got to the point now when I curb it, I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to touch them up with some, I think that paint's gunmetal, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to try and find something to touch it up with. I just sand them down a bit, but yeah, I think what's the point, because I'm just going to curb them again. But the tracking is out on the Audi really bad, so the outside of the tyres are really worn. I'm not even sure if they're illegal really, but I just haven't got around to doing it, because obviously I've got to buy a set of tyres and then have the tracking done, so you know, that's not cheap. It wouldn't be so bad if you had to just do the tyres, but you know, tracking as well. And obviously it needs some sort of alignment. I don't know, unless the wheels are just naff. These are not original wheels, so whoever had them just stuck them on and went with it. And I've kind of been a bit lapsed on that one and just carry on driving it, even though there's a steering wheel shaking to death. But I'll give you a indication of what I mean. Oh, look, here she is, as always. I literally just did that one. But yeah, I mean, they have been touched up before, but yeah, that badness down there, shocking. I just can't, they sit out. They don't actually, I mean, they have got this ridge, but I don't know what it is with the curb. You go look at my Abarth and I've not marked a wheel on that. My Mini have not marked a wheel on it, apart from the marks that were already on it. I've even done the back. How do you do the back? Actually, I'm not sure if they were me. Someone's touched them up before anyway. I've kind of just done them all. Yeah, look. Every time I turn in, I apologise for the wind, it's a really windy day, but I've got the windsock on. I think that was there already, but these are me. Look at them all, terrible. But anyway, this is the wheel. As you can see, they're a bit, inside's alright. I mean, they are getting low, but you can see, look. It's pretty bad. I know it's out, it just wobbles to death. I mean, that one's on its limit anyway. But yeah, you can get the gist of what's happening to them. And the backs are alright. But I'm just going to touch them up. So I'm going to get rid of the scratches on this car. The great thing about this car is it's got a canvas roof, being a convertible. My dog has a habit of wanting fuss constantly, so if you hear her moaning, you don't know why, even though she's out with me. But yeah, the joys of a convertible is you don't have to detail the roof, i.e. get rid of the scratches. But there's just things like this. I mean, that's gone through the paint, through the lacquer, so I don't know about that. But it's really bad, this car. I mean, it is dirty, but it's got things like that. The front is peppered in stones. Oh, I just done that going up the garden. Is that a burn through? Is that a different colour? Don't know. We're not going to make it look fabulous, because it's never going to look fabulous. It's done 155,000 miles. But it needs a clean first. That bird poo's been there for 2 weeks. How bad's that? And at some point we need to sort that corrosion out. But yeah, I just want to make it look a bit better, even though it's probably the sunniest day we've had for 2 weeks today. I did want to use it, but yeah, I need to clean it. Could do with some new number plates really. Just little things like that, even though I've cleaned it. But oh, that door never opens. If you're wondering what these are, it's to try and protect my grass when I'm walking on it, because when you clean the car, I got that car there obviously, so I can't clean over there, it's not a big enough room, but once the grass is wet and you're walking through it, it goes muddy, and it wrecks my grass, so I tend to put these along there once I need to walk around. I did clean this car, the inside, but what I will say is, if with a convertible you think, oh, if you take the roof off it'll blow the dust away. Some of it does, but like me, when I park it up I leave the roof down, especially at work, and it picks up all the bits of trees that fly around. But yeah, how many miles? I don't know how many miles I've done since last time, but 155.26. It's alright, I suppose. Since we've had lots of rain, we've got lots of noises going on. That's still scratched to death. Oh yeah, and the DPF light keeps coming on. I think the DPF is blocked, but if you take it for its run, recommended by Audi up the motorway, 3rd gear, keep it at 2000 revs, 60 mile an hour, it clears it. But my problem is I don't drive it far distance, and I know I should because it's a diesel, and I know all the do's and the don'ts you do with a diesel, especially with a DPF. But because I barely drive it far, I don't live far, I don't work far from where I live, and it doesn't go out that much. Obviously when the sun comes out and it goes out, it's not one of my main drivers. But yeah, I keep getting the DPF on, which is very annoying, but obviously I will have to take it for longer runs. But yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snow foam it, give it a clean, give it a clay bar, and then just give it a polish. So I'm not going to do anything exciting, which probably everyone's seen someone wash a car and detail it before, but yeah, I thought I'd just film a video for you so you can see what I'm doing lately, which is not a lot. Not sure what video I'm on this when this one goes out, but I've just sprayed the front. Stinky. Yeah, it's been a bit of a while. I've got to sand it back because it's really matte. Having issues with my spray guns, and I've got a bit of a matte finish, but I sprayed the wing, the corner of the bumper, and then I've got a bit of a blend into here, but you can see the difference. I've got a, well, you can hear it. Hang on. Bit of overspray on there, but yeah, pain in the ass. Got to take the door off, handle off, mirror off, and you have to take all this off. It's in there just to get it off. I need to put the battery charge on that, and I'm also refurbing the front wheel because it's got a bit of curbing on it. Not even sure how you curb these wheels because the tyre protrudes so far, but you know, we've done it on mine. So I'm probably going to use a heavy, where's my heavy? I think it's the green one on this one, but I'll probably use a heavy cut pad because it's really bad, that car. And then I'll probably just use one and done because it's the easiest. I don't think it's the best. It does make a car shine, but the problem with these, lots of these, I'm not sure if the Koch Chemie one does it. Don't think so. I might actually use Koch Chemie actually, but then the one and done, you don't have to polish it again after. What you find with these is they're good. This is 30 quid. This is dearer than that, and this is better. But they got lots of fillers in them. So you know when you watch people polishing their cars, and you know they do a couple of passes and you see all the scratches gone. Well, that looks great, but if you run some spray some panel wipe over it and give it a wipe over, and you'll see all the scratches come back because these fill the gaps, and they look nice, and they do what they're supposed to do, get rid of the light scratches and then fill the gaps. But yeah, polish your car with any of these polishes, put some panel wipe over it with a nice clean cloth after, and watch them scratches come back. It's just so false what you see on the you know, YouTube with people polishing their cars. They think, I've seen people swing around with these polishes and a hand, you know, a polisher, and they're like that with one arm, like that, and then all of a sudden it's fantastic. It literally hides a multitude of scratches, which is good, it does it, but I can assure you the scratches are still there. They're just hiding. So yeah, run some panel wipe over your body and see what you scratch. And I mean, that's the best thing you can do is run panel wipe over it and see the scratches and then go again. And it's like 3 or 4 passes before you get rid of those scratches, not 2 like you always see. It's a pain in the ass. Right, we've got some tar remover, which is probably what we use. I got them, it was my birthday recently, and my company I work for decided to get me a little autoglim set for my birthday, rather than the usual traditional alcohol, as I don't really drink that much, and the alcohol that I would have wanted I've already got. So it's got some super resin polish, tyre dressing, body shampoo. I'm going to have to probably use that because I don't have much of my garage therapy left. But yeah, we got that. Got some wheel protector, got some clean wheels, and we got some extra gloss protection. Also Glimmer been out forever. That's not in the pack, I bought that separately. But I have to say the Bodywork shampoo is utter nonsense. It's so crap. Absolutely weak as anything. These super resin polishes, yes, it's really nice, it's polishy, but it makes too much mess. Instant tire dressing, well, tire dressing is tire dressing, either lasts or it doesn't. It does exactly the same thing. I've only used that on my Mini so far, so we'll see how we get on with that. Wheel cleaner, I've had better. And this extra gloss protection, well, it does the same. But yeah, I don't really rate these, unfortunately. Especially the shampoo. Oh, it's like piss. Honestly, I use garage therapy. It's quite a popular one. It's so much more better. So much more better. Car shampoo one, there's barely anything left in there, hence why I need to probably use this up. I mean, I could put half of that in. But yeah, I'm disappointed with Autoglim considering how long they've been out for. They've been out forever, and you think they would get a better formula, but I'm gonna, for the wheels, I'm gonna use some Coral Sol from Built Hamber, but yeah, I have got another one, which is the Auto Wheel, which is basically the same. They both smell like rotten eggs. I done alright on that one actually, because originally I ordered Coral Sol, and the company that I ordered it from sent me Auto Wheel. So I contacted them and said, you sent me the wrong product. And they said, oh, very sorry, we'll send you out the Coral Sol. And then just, you know what they did? They sent me another Auto Wheel, which is there. Look at that. They sent me another Auto Wheel, and I contacted them and said, you still sent me the wrong product. And they said, oh God, we're so sorry. We will send you it out again. And they actually sent me the Coral Sol out. But the best thing is, they told me not to return these, because once they're open, obviously they might spill in transit. So these were £20 each. So there you go. I've done alright. So I paid 20 and got 3. And to be fair, Coral Sol and Auto Wheel is pretty much similar to me. It's both, they're both, I mean, active wheel cleaner, and that's a fallout remover. But oh, they do the same thing. Honestly, they do. Anyway, that's enough waffling, and let's get clean. And I'm hoping that it's not going to rain today, so I'm hoping the weather will be all right. But yeah, I'll give it a bit of a snow foam, and I'll give you some still. I'll give it a bit of a snow foam with the old Polar Blast, and you can watch me wash it.
Everything is not enough. Feeling out by the ocean. just for you. So come along and take my hand.
Right, here's something you don't see every day. Due to a condition I've got, I find it hard to use this in and out. It aches my arm, my hands, nothing to do with this, it's just me, I've got a problem. So, on the end of a drill. Why anybody else never thought about that in the first place? I was going to fill a bucket up. Not too bad. Oh, probably get a bit more of that foam off, couldn't I? Oh yeah, that made no difference, but there you go. The foam, that is. See? Nice and clean. Then. Right, I'm going to do the rest and I'll come back to you. No fancy dryers for me. Good old leaf blower. Half the price and just as effective. Right, the majority of the water's gone, which is what you want, and then you can just quickly go over it with a cloth. No one's going to stand there all day completely drying it. Nice few hard water spots. Now that is from the washing up liquid. That's what happens when you use washing up liquid. Get those lovely hard water spots. Horrible stuff to use. But yeah. Don't need to dry the roof, that will self-dry. I'm not even going to touch the roof, it just needs a quick clean and that's about as far as it needs. Still a bit of wax on here. If you're wondering, yes, you can't help but get a bit of condensation inside of a convertible. It's just the way it is. I'm sure newer cars are better, but you always get a bit. But there's no water in there, you just sometimes get a bit run down the inside of the glass, because at the end of the day, look, if you're using a pressure washer, you can see that, can't you? That's the pressure washer pushes it in and goes behind it. Look at those water spots, lovely. Right, what are we going to be on to next? Clay bar, I'm guessing. Clay bar, then another swill over. Lots of people use clay bar lube. I don't. Not my thing. I find with clay bar lube, if you clay in it, and then you're going to wipe it off over after, the clay bar, as you're cleaning it, is picking up all the crap. And yes, obviously it does go into the clay, but you do get a lot of dirty residue, and then you're just wiping it back in with a cloth. Don't see the point in that. So I just swill it over again, and then we know we're clean, aren't we? No, and also I'm going to polish it now. So if you use a clay bar lube, it's got silicones in it, so we don't want to be doing that. It's taking even longer to clean. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm sure my batteries are going to die, but I brought spares. Hopefully this video won't be forever very long, but I think most people would say that's acceptable now, wouldn't they? That's what I love about videos and watching YouTube. You know for a while you just looked at that and it's got loads of water spots, yet from a distance it looks respectable, doesn't it? Most cars do. Anyway, moving on. So I thought I'd switch to chest cam, might be easier. So I'm going to do some clay barring. Just a spray bottle with a bit of that in it. We need a bit of lube because otherwise it's gonna, you know, be hard to go along the paint bit. But yeah, this is just gonna dry as well, which is a bit annoying. Like these spots here. But there you go. As I say, I always wash my car again after. I don't leave it as it is. Lovely little clay bars are in here warming up. One's a bit filthy and one's alright. God, I can never get them out. I hate putting them back in here. This is just basic. I should get a new one. This is just crap. It's from Alfie's. It's bloody horrible. But I ran out and this is all I've got at the moment. Jesus Christ. Leaves half of it in there. But we know. I don't want those. So I'm going to get my trusty stool. Wherever it is, there we are. It's got wheels on because I have to work on grass. Right. Hopefully this is set up. I can't actually see. That's my problem. But you get the drift. No, let's put a spray pattern on. There we are. We don't need that much. Give it a rub over. You know when you've got it because it goes all nice and smooth. Sometimes you can't tell what's crap and what's paint chips. Right, so I've clay barred it. It needs a good swilling over again. Apologies for the wind. Don't know why. Oh, that must have flew off my chair. Bit of 800 there. Might come in handy later if I find some scratches. Obviously because of the soap in the water, it's left smudges. This is why I always clean again after. Let's move me chair because I've just been sat on that. This isn't out there, it's super windy. But there you go. Right, it's the next day. I had to stop filming because my camera decided to die on me, and I put a new battery in it and then it had an error and I couldn't get rid of that error, so we're back on it the day after. It has rained in between and annoyingly it's going to rain a bit later, so I'm going to have a bit of a bash. But I've done quite a bit. No, well, I wouldn't say quite a bit, but let's show you. So I've done the bonnet. Unfortunately it rained in between, so I had to just leg it in. It's got loads of bits on it. It needs a good wash again. God, you can't even tell I've done it. Actually, let's do the door. Probably a better example. Oh, honestly, it looks like filthy. So you can see a good reflection. And then if you come over here, so I'm trying to, so hopefully you can see that okay. I mean, there's a very few high line, no hair scratches like that one there, but I don't think I've done that one yet. Then if you come over here, you can work out the majority of the scratches here. And then if you come along, hang on. Honestly, it's annoying because there's loads of bits and they've just dried. I literally had to leg it in yesterday because it just pissed down. That's why there's residue up here. But yeah, so you get the you get the gist. You see lines, and then you come along here and it looks a bit better. I mean, the back's probably the worst. Apart from the touch-ups, but like, got that there. These I can't really do a lot with. Got a nice scratch there. There's quite a few along here. And there, I think I just showed you that one. That one, this one's quite bad. Try and get, I don't know what you can see. But yeah, you can see that, can't you? The right side from the God, the weather looks poo, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to get back onto it and I'll film a bit and you can get a gist of what I'm doing. But it's just polishing basically. Ignore the tyre. I know it looks terrible. I'm waiting to change it. I'm going to re-lacquer that as well. I'll probably show you that on a different video. And then this, it's got to get some black paint. Bit of rusty bits. There's a good example. Look at that door. You see the really bad there. That's as far as I got here. And then if you come along, it gets better. Anyway, I'll carry on. Anyway, we're going to go back on the old one and done because it's the easiest. And I literally want to be one and done with this car. Don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Well, he's passing over. Oh, come on. Oh my God. You can't freaking win. It's pissing weather. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'll come back when it's better. Right, it literally just hammered it down. But I've wiped the car off fashionably. And we're going to go for it again. Let's turn that light off. Oh, no point sitting in the house doing nothing, is there? When you can do something. Oh, you can actually see more now I've wiped it. I'll have to just fix my stall because it kept falling apart. This camera never seems to want to sit properly, so I don't know what you're going to see. I'm hoping. Let's lift it up. So I was going to go over a few passes. You can see me do a bit of that. And no sooner I go out and polish half a door, the heavens open. So I give up for another day. Apologies for the background noise. I want to show you something. I've just been working on this patch, so I hope you can see that. Can you see the scratches? There. I'm going to polish this bit and I'm going to show you what it looks like polished. And then what it looks like after you've wiped it. Because sometimes polishes lie. Excuse my one-handedness. Right, so you can see it's all scratched on that side. You can see a nice scratch there. So let's give you an idea of what I'm looking at now. Now look at that, beautiful. Well, there's a faint scratches there because obviously I haven't gone that deep. So that's what you achieve with the polish. There's the other side that we haven't done. Loads of scratches. Right, panel wipe in here. Nice bit of panel wipe. Right, so if you can see now, all those scratches come back, look. Though be it, they probably are slightly fainter, but I want you to realise, here look, you can see those are more pronounced. But I want you to realise that stuff like this, though it's good, it's full of fillers. And then you can go all over your car, which is what we're doing in this video. And it looks alright at the time. But obviously, once you put some panel wipe over it or it's washed off, that's what happens. Sorry about the background noise. They're having a bit of a marathon over there on the school. But there, I just want to show you that, so you get an understanding of what I mean by scratches that come back after panel wipe. Just an update on the progress. Ignore the dirty bits, I know I've got to clean them. But I just want to show you some of what you can achieve and what you can't achieve. So if you've not watched someone do this before, if you're wondering what the yellow tape is for, it is to cover the edge, because you can burn through really easy. I'll show you a prime example because I've just done it, naughty me. But see that there? That's a burn through. When you get your can't win, can I, with a noise? When you get your polishing pad too close to the edge, it generates heat because it's extremely hot and it burns through. But yeah, I'm not going to moan too much because I can't even remember where I was now. There's a couple of marks anyway. That wasn't even me, that was there before. So I'm going to touch them then, so it's not the end of the world. These things happen. Plus there's a mark there I can't even get out, but yeah. So this is what I'm working with. This is what it is at the moment. And this is the best I can get it afterwards. Boots are the worst for scratches. But that's, you can tell like the gloss on it, that's the best you can get it down to. Those scratches are very deep. And I don't want to go wild. You can spend hours on one spot and it's going to take me forever. I've been on this car for 3 days on and off, so. But yeah, so that's where we are. But you can see there's definitely a marked difference, isn't there? And then I've got my tape line along here again. This is the frog tape, if you're wondering. And it peels off really easy. It doesn't leave anything behind or rip or etc. It's good stuff. But yeah, so we're just working our way around. So we've done that. I've got to do the boot. Not really bit of stickiness there, I don't know what that's from. But yeah, it's a very long-winded process, but generally like the front and the boot, the back end has always got the most scratches on. Well, the boot just being because you're obviously in and out the boot, and obviously the front end from the stone chips and what. The annoying thing is I've got that, someone's touched it in really bad, but yeah, it's getting better. Come back to you when I've got some more to show. And yeah, I've got to get that polish mark out of there. The next day again. Once again, the children over there are doing their thing and I all seem to catch it. So we've completed the polishing after many days. She's drove me up the wall. We're about to use some 3M and a pad, but I want to show you something when you're polishing these cars. Now the compound I'm using is called One and Done. And I just want to say, you're never one and done. You wouldn't want to use that by hand, so you have to use a polisher. And the problem with polisher is they make holograms. So this One and Done's great, but yeah, if you, I don't know if anybody see it, but I see it all the time. I see cars driving around, and they look lovely and clean and polished, but in certain lights you can see what they call holograms. And they don't look very pretty at all. They don't always show. It's in certain light. So the sun's just gone in annoyingly, so it's hiding the holograms, which I was just about to show you. There is the sun. Oh, it's going to come back out now. They do show up in rain as well. I've just done this side and plenty of them on here. Now, the bonnet is a bit dirty. Right, give me a minute because I need the sun to come back out so you can see them. Right, I hope you can see that. That's a prime example of a hologram. So if you stand here, you can see them here. They almost look like they're jumping out at you. They almost look 3D. And you'll get it all up your car. And that's the problem with these rotaries. They make these holograms. Oh look, you can see them even better now. And that's just from polishing. They look lovely, don't they? And the amount of cars I see driving around with those. There's more on the back. This is from a couple of days ago. As you know, this video is in the making because of the rain. But there's a fair few holograms as you walk around it. There's loads up this side, but you can't see because it's in the shade. But yeah, so the way to get rid of them is another bit of compound. So what I'm using is 3M Ultrafine SD. It's not very cheap, but it does the job and it will get rid of holograms. I think this was about £18 a bottle. Was it £26? I can't really remember now. So we're going to use that. Oh, that's off my mic. And then we're going to use a foam waffle pad. These pads are on eBay, by the way. Sorry, no. These pads are on Amazon. Just put that name in. Get a pack of about 5 for like a tenner. They're really, really good. Don't need to spend tons of money on a good old pad. These work beautiful. So I'm just going to run over it. So oh, hello. You like my shiny car? It's rained in between, so I've got a. But yeah, once I've got rid of the holograms, I'm going to give it some sort of glaze or some sort of sealant. Because as much as I've polished this, these lovely scratches just come back out. They'd love to come out. I might even get a black sealant that will cover more of the scratches, because there's certain scratches. These bloody tyres are horrible, aren't they? And the wheels. I'm going to put some rubbing strips around the wheels, I've decided. This front bumper's not come out very nice. It looks horrible. Oh, look at those holograms now. Right, I'm going to go around with the polish. In fact, if I just do the bonnet first, and then you can get a gist of what it looks like after. Right, there you go. Literally took me about 2 minutes. But you can see that those lovely swirls are now gone. Just by a bit of that and that. And then the sun goes in, so you can't see the reflection as good as I could see it. But yeah, so I'm going to go and do the whole car now. And I'll see you in a minute. Right, so we finished. Famous last words. Not quite finished yet, but we got rid of the holograms. So we ended up using, if I can show you, I was obviously been using my polisher for majority of the polishing work, which looks a bit weird because I've cut the end off it, but I also have a rotary. So I've used the rotary with a one of these. So it's a nice one. It's a posh one. That's 10 quid that was. Anyway, I used one of those, and then obviously I used the 3M Ultrafine, or Ultrafine, it's called. And it's got rid of the holograms. But I'm going to wash it again now. Problem is, it's really, really sunny, and I don't want to wash it in the sun because we just get these horrible watermarks. Even though my water's not hard, but you can never get rid of them in the sun. So it's best to do it in the cool. I don't want to spend ages trying to get rid of watermarks before I do anything else. But yeah, the holograms are gone. There might be the odd one or two. Can't work out if it's reflection now. But yeah, it looks alright. I suppose some people would say that's acceptable and leave it at that, but I'm not quite finished yet. As I said earlier on in the video, there's a few holograms still there, but not so bad. Some of the scratches that I said after you wiped off with panel wipe, I've noticed now it's had time to set and I've buffed it again. Some of the scratches are going to come back through. That's a little scuff anyway. But I've noticed some scratches have come back through, but it's got rid of the fine ones anyway. The bonnet being the worst. All these white spots. That's from stones, as we spoke about in this video. It just doesn't look very nice. Even the headlights, I might have a go at buffing them, but they do look really bad. It's a bit of dust on it, that's what I want to get off. And then there's a bit of polishing marks. The first compound used doesn't leave polishing marks, it's just the 3M leaves the 3M leaves polishing marks. But yeah, I haven't done the inside door bits yet. I need to clean them off. It's minging in here, so ignore it. Jesus Christ, it's hot in there. But yeah, that's a bit dry in there. But yeah, I think this is going to be somewhat of a long video. But you know, it's a chilled, relaxed video. we'll leave it at that, and then wash it again. You don't need to see me wash it at the moment. The polishing dust, most of it's from, because it's so warm, it dries so quick. I'll give the interior a clean when I'm doing it. But we're going to go over it again, clean it, and then I'm going to apply. I don't know if I should go and get some turtle wax. There's a turtle wax sealant for black paint, and it's physically for black. It's physically black, and it will cover most of the scratches. But we've got, I was going to say, we've got some super resin wax, and we've got the Autoglim super resin polish. I don't mind that, but it turns to dust, and I can't be bothered to do more dust. I know I've even got this, but I don't think I'm ever going to use it. This original wax. So what I was going to use, if I can actually see it, I can't find it. So it's got two lot. Well, I mean, those polishes aren't wax that I've just put on. So it needs some wax, really, isn't it? But I'm going to put some of this sealant hydrophobic wax, and it's a synthetic infused with canuba wax for super hydrophobic finish, and that will bead the water off, and it does give a nice shine. I'm very sure that does fill up some of the scratches, but I might try the black one. I might go and get some of that now, actually. It's been probably too late now. I'm going to give it a wash, but I mean, we can certainly use that anyway. Doesn't matter if we put another one over the top. I've got quite there's lots of different versions I can use, really, I suppose. But anyway, we'll leave it at that, and then we come back to you, and I suppose the end result now, you don't need to see me applying waxes and stuff, you just watch me do that. But I'll come back to you once I've washed it and applied some sealants, etc. Clean the windows, obviously do the interior. Right, while I'm out, God, that's hot. I might get a designated cleaning product for the roof. Though the roof comes up normally fine. I've got a few bit of marks on there from the polish, but it's these. I think this is the bits where it folds. I'm not actually sure what they are, but I'm hoping that might come. But you know, if I just scrubbed that anyway, I'm sure it would come up clean. But yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. In the next part of the video, you'll see me possibly finishing it now. So it's Thursday today. Thursday the 8th of July. I started this on Monday this week. I mean, obviously if I had an indoor area, I mean I got that, but the Fiesta's there. If you are interested in repairing cars and salvage cars, this is the car I'm currently working on. I just sprayed this end, done the front. It's on my channel if you want to have a look. But obviously this is just a chilled, relaxing video for watching people clean cars, because I know people enjoy it, including myself. But yeah, we'll leave it there, and then we'll give you the end result shortly. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed the car washing in this video. I'm going to show you now what the car looks like after it's all complete. It's a few days later, as this video's been spread over a few days. It's a bit, well, it's not dark, it's 9 o'clock at night, so it's going to be the car's going to look a bit more dark than it usually does. But I was waiting to get my new tyres fitted on this morning, so Halfords have been and fitted those, and I'll give you a bit of a twirl around it, and that's the end of it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like it and subscribe if you want to watch more content like this. Bye bye.